I thought I would shake things up a bit today instead of doing my normal sunset walk, which I do every evening before dinner. It's raining today and it's kind of a little bit chilly. I'm in a hoodie, which is unusual for me because I'm nearly always in singlet and shorts and thongs. I am stomping through muddy puddles at the moment. I feel just like Peppa Pig. I have these cute as button socks on today that I stole from my daughter. They say I'm feeling good. My mantra is that I try to walk every single day, rain, hail or shine. That can be a bit difficult in the climate that I live in because it can either be really hot or it rains. But I do love the rain. One of the nicest things about walking in the rain is not only the beautiful relaxing sound of the rain, but I do love that smell. You know, the air is really oxygenated. It smells really good. You'll have to excuse my breathlessness. I am still recovering from long COVID. And it has messed around with me a lot more than I thought. My first few weeks of COVID was the first time that I haven't walked every day in years. So it took a fair bit out of me to have to sit on the couch for so long. I've never binged so much Netflix in my life. Well, the other thing that I love about walking in the rain is everything looks greener. I don't know about where you live, but where I live, as soon as it starts to rain, everything greens up like really quickly. It's quite amazing that you can do the same walk in the same place every day. But when it rains, everything just looks different. Kind of smells different.
But I will make you forget all your sorrows.
It kind of just has a different vibe. I'm really lucky where I live because I live quite close to a fair bit of nature. I'm hoping if we get up a little bit further, one of the creeks will be running. That's always really nice. Oh, there we go. A nice big loud truck to annoy our serenity. How rude. Normally it's airplanes for me. As soon as I start recording a video, an airplane will go above. So let's talk about walking. I actually aim for between 8,000 to 10,000 steps every day. And this actually usually depends on how much time I have up my sleeve. I'll listen to the sound of running water. Oh, nice. Let's see. I can hear it. But can I find it? There we go. Peek-boo. One of the other lovely things about walking in the rain, it just smells so good and so fresh. So I'm going further up to this path. I do not know how muddy this is going to be, but we'll see. Lucky my sneakers are really old and falling apart, so it doesn't really matter that much. I really need a new pair, but they're so expensive. Okay. I've got to keep looking down because I don't know where I'm going. And we are coming up to a nice, big, thick, muddy trail here. Yeah, this should be fun. So as I said, I normally try to aim between about 8,000 to 10,000 steps per day. I initially got into walking because of COVID. Because like all of us, that was the only reason we could get out of the house and about our only exercise. If you're wondering how long it takes to get in 10,000 steps a day, the average person walks probably around 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day as part of their normal routine, getting to work, shopping, running their errands, taking the kids to school, pottering around the house. Oops, we've got a duck under a tree. What happens when it rains? Or the trees sag. So that probably gets the average person in about 3,000 to 4,000 steps, which is about 40 minutes worth. So the average person walks about 100 steps per minute, which means that it would take about an hour and 40 minutes a day to get up 10,000 steps. If you're getting around 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day as part of your daily life routine, then you, like me, are going to need to put in a concerted effort of a full hour walk during the day to get the extra 6,000. Because basically, yes, 100 steps per minute equals 100 minutes of walking. Oops, we're going over some bumpy logs here. kookaburras are laughing at me. I don't think it's that funny, guys. However, if you want to burn a few more calories and be a little bit more fit, I'm going through squishy mud here. You can try walking at a brisk pace. And what is a brisk pace? Brisk walking is the speed that you walk when you are running late for something. Like you're about to miss the train or the shops are about to shut. That tends to be around 115 to 120 steps per minute. I've timed myself a few times and my brisk walking pace is at 118, which is pretty good. Which means you could probably knock off that once a day separate walk in maybe 45 minutes instead of an hour. And the best way to check your speed is to put on a timer for 20 seconds and count your steps. If you get around 30 to 33 steps, then you are walking. Oops, big bottle. I've lost my umbrella. Okay. Just a little blooper there, guys. Don't worry about it. It's all part of the fun of getting outdoors. So where were we? All right, I'm going uphill now. Get that heart rate up. So yeah, set a timer for 20 seconds and walk. If you get around 31 to 33 steps a minute, then you're walking at a pretty average pace. However, if you get up to, say, 40 steps in that 20 seconds, then you are walking at a brisk pace and you are going to make that bus. Okay. I am approaching a road here. Unfortunately, I have to cross the road to get to the next walking trail. I don't want to hang around this area too long because there is a giant carpet snake that lives just over there. And I am scared of snakes. All right, it's safe to cross the road. This is one of these great walking areas. I often stop at these places along my walks because we have these cute little fitness areas where I put on my gloves and pump out a few reps. But not today because it's all wet. I do bring a towel and sometimes I do dry down the equipment, but I'm filming today, so I can't do both. Oh look, we've got some cute little duckies. Where are they? Camera shy? It's always nice to get a little glimpse of nature. The rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier now. Another great benefit to walking in the rain is that we actually burn more calories. And that is because our terrain is quite uneven and we have to be a lot more intentional about our walking, watching where we're going and maintaining our balance, which actually uses more energy. And often it's cooler. And when our bodies are cooler, we burn more energy. So I'm just heading down another one of the very common little walking paths near where I live. Another great benefit of walking in the rain is I pretty much have the whole place to myself. There is no sharing with the people that stop for a chat or the dozens of puppy dogs. Oh look, here we have another exercise park. The council wants us to get fit. What I'm hoping down here is that the river will be running. Well, actually it's a tiny little creek. But funny enough, whenever we flood, this whole area goes under. It's so nice and relaxing out here. One of my favorite parts of walking is the me time that I get. I work from home, so it's nice to have some time to myself. I usually just walk and on days like this, listen to nature, or I catch up with friends on Messenger, catch up on the gossip, and listen to podcasts. And my favorite thing is playing my music. I can play my favorite song 3 times if I like, and there's no one going to complain about it. Oh, here we go. We've got our nice little creeks. Can I get them in? I don't know. Let's give it a try. How nice does that sound? I love this park when all the leaves are falling. There's these beautiful big fig trees. It's hard to understand the size. I can't. I'm trying to give you an idea of how big they are. But it's very pretty. Oh, we've got the scrub turkeys out enjoying that nice grass that's going lime green in this weather. And here comes the rain. It's a bit heavier now. And if you're wondering about the calories that you can burn with walking, you are going to burn probably between about 120 to 150 calories per half an hour, depending on your size and your weight. Men, the lucky ducks, tend to burn a lot more calories than us girls. We've got to take quite a few more steps to match their calorie burn. Here's another beautiful old tree. Can we get her in? There used to be this cool little tree swing there until somebody stole it. Which is very disappointing. Just swapping hands. This is a beautiful restoration area where we are restoring plants and also encouraging our local butterflies to populate the area. So I've had so many people ask me, how do I do it? How do I walk every single day? It's really funny because before COVID, I wasn't really a walker. I exercised sometimes. I'd go through months of like, yes, I was exercising all the time. And then, you know, I would get busy and I would slacken off. But walking has become all about me. I'm so creative when I'm out walking. I come up with all these great ideas. I solve most of my problems or come up with ideas of how to solve them. I often stop on my phone and text myself or type things into my notes. Oh, let's just listen for a second. How nice is this? Let's just stop for a minute and listen to the serenity. It's so nice. I'm lucky there's some tree coverage here because I don't know if this is very good for my camera. The one bad thing about the rain is if you forgot to take your mascara off, it's going to start running. And for me, who likes to keep her hair nice and straight, the curls are coming back. Another 20 minutes of this and I will be Goldilocks again. Okay, let's follow this up to the end. See if anything interesting happens. So let's just talk about step pace. So the average woman takes about 67 steps per minute. And the average man takes around 76 steps per minute. See, an unfair advantage again. If you are aiming to walk a mile, which is around 1.6 kilometers, then you will need to be doing between about 1,300 to 1,500 steps, depending on your step length and your step pace. But you'll be probably looking around 13 to 15 minutes for a mile / 1.6 kilometers. We are almost at the end of the path. It'll be time to turn around. This evening when I do my sunset walk, I will do the hill. But unfortunately I've got to go grocery shopping. That's okay. I go grocery shopping every single day because it is a way to keep fresh food in the house and to make sure that I keep up those steps. But also make sure that I always take that trolley back, because that's another couple of 100 steps. All right, it's time to turn around. Which is good, because I can hear cars coming. It will ruin our serenity. So, my biggest tip to you, if you want to start walking regularly and make it part of your daily habit, is to start off small. No one says you need to jump into half an hour a day or 10,000 steps every single day immediately. There is no reason that you can't just start with 5 to 10 minutes 3 or 4 times a week and build up from there. Put yourself a chart on the fridge, which is what I did in the beginning, and tick it off. It is a great motivator. Or stop by my channel, stop by this video actually, and comment how many steps you took today. The biggest things to think about when you're starting to walk is to make sure that you have got comfy shoes, comfy activewear, and to make sure that you have any niggles sorted out. So if you have bad knees or a bad back try to find some ways to work on that so that it's not something that holds you back. We don't need excuses. We've been walking since we were about 1 year old. It is what our body was meant to do. And walking every day will not only be great for your mental health and keep your weight down, but it will keep you active and mobile, cutting down the chances of dying by 40+%. So it is definitely something to do as much as you can. And funny enough, it is completely addictive. There's no way you could have told me this in the beginning. I never would have believed you. Oh, we're back by the creek. But now I actually feel ripped off if I don't make my daily walk. And why would I want to miss out on an opportunity like this? As I mentioned, I had COVID, and prior to that, I was actually sick and went through one of the hottest summers ever. So I did actually have to reduce my 10,000 steps for a while. And the effects of my body were not that good. I was actually surprised the difference that it made. If you're looking for some motivation and an accountability person, then I'm the girl for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and join our community where we encourage ourselves to be the best we are, but in a balanced way. There's no reason that we can't walk 10,000 Ks and have a glass of wine and pizza on a Friday night. Well, I need to get this camera out the rain. I hope to see you soon. Have an awesome day and tell me in the comments, where's your favorite place to walk?